Hi everyone. In this session we are going to discuss about what is finite automata. Introduction to the finite automata. The motivation of the before we see what is a finite automata, first we'll see what is the motivation of the finite automata. The word automaton is a singular word and the plural word of the automaton is automata. The word automaton was originally used to refer to devices like clocks and watches, as well as mechanical marvels built to reassemble moving humans and animals whose internal mechanisms are hidden and which thus appear to operate spontaneously. In theoretical computer science, the finite automaton is among the simplest model of the computation, a device that can be in one of finitely many states and that receives a discrete sequence of input from the outside world, changing its state accordingly. So what happened in the finite automaton? It is one of the theoretical computer science. In this, it is one of the simplest model of the computation. In this device, it has many finite states and that receives a sequence of inputs from the outside world and changing its states accordingly depends upon the input and the present state. This is marked contrast to more general and powerful model of computation, such as Turing machines, in which the set of global states of the device, that so-called instantaneous description, is infinite. A finite automaton is more akin to control unit of Turing machine, in which present state of the input and the input symbol under the reading head determine the next state of the unit, as well as signals to move the reading head left or right and to write a symbol on the machine state. The theory of computation is the branch that deals with whether and how efficiently problem can be solved on the model of computation using an algorithm. With the theory of computation, it is a branch of a computer science that deals with how efficiently we can solve the problem and how whether we can able to solve a problem by using an algorithm. That deals with the computation theory of computation. Automata theory is the study of abstract machines and computational problems that can be solved using these machines. These abstract machines are called automata. We will study few definitions before we go to the actual finite automata. The first one is set. These are all the things that we'll use in the finite automata. Set is a well-defined collection of objects. Individual objects in the set are called member or elements of the set. We use the capital letters A, B, C for denoting the sets. The small letters small a, b, c are used to denote the elements of any set. When A is an element of set A, we write A belongs to A. When A is not an element of set A, we write A is not belongs to A. For example, set of even numbers greater than 0 and less than tens. How can we group the elements that is greater than 0 and less than 10 even numbers, that is equals to A is equals to 2, 4, 6, 8 and set of ovals A is equals to A, E, I, O, U. This is a set. Next heading is subset. What is a subset? Let A and B be two sets. If every element of set A is present in set B, then A is called subset of B and it is denoted by a symbol A is subset of B. For example, so consider a set A is equals to A, B, C and consider a set B is equals to A, B, C, D, E. then A is the subset of B. Why? Because all the elements in the set A is belongs to set B. Next, equal set. Let A and B two sets. They are equal sets. When we call this, the two sets are equal set when if both the sets have the same members. For example, you can see the examples. The set A is equals to ABC and the set B is equals to ABC. Then A is equals to B. Next, empty set or null set. The set having no elements in it is called as an empty set. The set which don't have the elements or the members, which is called as an empty set, and it is denoted by a null symbol. Power set. If A be the set of all subsets of A is the power set of A. Next, operations on the set. What are all the operations that we are going to perform on the set? Union, intersection, difference. Union operation of two sets A and B is given by A union B, that is equals to X, where X belongs to A or X belongs to B. For example, if set A is equals to A B C D and the set B is equals to C D E, then A union B is equals to the combination of the both sets. If the elements are same, we should write it in we should write it once. Next, intersection operation. The intersection operation of two sets A and B is given by A intersection B, that is equals to X, where X belongs to A and X belongs to B. For example, consider the same example. A is equals to ABCD, B is equals to CDE, then A intersection B is equals to C comma D. That is the common elements in the both the set. Next, difference. The difference of two sets A, comma A and B is given by A minus B. That is equals to X, where X belongs to A or X not belongs to B. That means, for example, consider the same example. A set A is equals to A B C D and the set B is equals to C D E. A minus B is equals to A comma B. So the common letters we have to, common elements we have to remove, and whatever the elements that is remaining in the set A, we have to write that. That is the difference. The terminologies, the basic terminologies used in the theory of computation. First one is symbol. Symbol is often called as a character. It is also called as a character, and it is the simplest building block which can be any alphabet, letter or any picture. The symbol that can be any alphabet or a letter or any picture. So for example, A comma B comma C, small a b c d 0 1 2 3, anything. Symbol is an abstract entity. Next, alphabet. Alphabets are the finite set of symbols. When the set of symbols are finite, that will be called as an alphabet and it is denoted by the sigma. Binary alphabets are 0, 1. English alphabets are A to Z and the decimal alphabets are 0 to 9. Like that. Next, string. A string is a finite sequence of symbols from some alphabet. String is generally denoted as W and length of string is denoted by the W, modulus W. The number of strings of length 2 that can be generated over alphabet A comma B, number of strings of length, that can be generated over alphabet A comma B is equals to the number of the length of strings. The number of strings is equals to, if the length of the string is equals to 2, the number of string is equals to 4. For alphabet A comma B with length n, the number of strings that can be generated has 2 to the power n. For example, if sigma A is equals, if sigma is alphabet is equals to A comma B, alphabet is equals to A comma B, various strings that can be generated from alphabet are A B, A A, A A A, B B, B B B, A string with zero occurrence of symbols is known as an empty string. It is represented as epsilon. The number of strings in the string W is called the length of the string and it is denoted by the W. Next, next terminology is language. A language is a collection of appropriate string. A language is a collection of appropriate string. A language which is formed over the alphabet can be finite or infinite. The language that can be a finite or infinite. Example, L1 is equals to set of strings of length 2 and that is equals to, for example, A, finite language. It's a finite language. Example 2, the set of all strings starts with A. We don't know how many, the length of the string, so that is infinite. For example, A, example. So that the infinite language, a language is a set of strings chosen from the alphabet star, or we can say a language is a subset of that. A language which can be formed over the alphabet can be finite or infinite. Set of operations on the languages. Since languages are set of strings, we can apply set operations to languages. Here are some simple examples. First one, F is an empty language. A language F does not contain any string with E contains one string of length 0. The set of all strings over 0, 1 containing equal number of zeros and ones and the set of all strings over A, B, C that starts with A. So these are all the few set of operations. Set operations on the language. Since language are a set of strings, we can apply set operations of the language. Here are some examples. Those are union, intersection and complement. A string X belongs to language 1, union language 2 if the lang X belongs to L1 or X belongs to L2. Example, for example, 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 union 1 comma 0 1 comma 1 1 0. The union of these two language is equals to 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 0. Okay, so that is the combination of two languages. Next, intersection. A string X belongs to L1 intersection L2 if and only if X belongs to L1 and X belongs to L2. Example, consider the same example. Whatever the common strings are there, we have to take that. 0, 1 is the common intersection of the language L1 and L2. Complement. Usually, complement is universe that the complement is taken. So, let's take X. X is a even. Then its complement is the language where X is odd. Similarly, we can define other as usual set operations on the languages like relative complement, symmetric difference, etc. If the language is true, then its complement language is false. Next one, clean star operation. The clean star operation on language L is denoted as L star and is defined as follows. L star is equals to union n in n, L to the power n. That is equals to L to the power 0, union L to the power 1, union L to the power 2, union so on. That is equals to x, where x is the concatenation of 0 or more strings from L. Thus, L star is the set of all strings derivable by any number of contiguous of strings in L. All string derivable, that is all strings derivable by one or more concatenation of strings in L. Next, that is about the terminologies used in the finite automata. Next heading is automata. An algorithm or a program that automatically recognizes if a particular strings belong to that language or not by checking the grammar of the string. So, we'll have an algorithm or a program that automatically identifies or recognizes for a particular string whether that string belongs to that language or not, and by checking the grammar of the string. And automata is the abstract computing device or a machine. There are different varieties of such abstract machine, also called as the models of computation, which can be defined mathematically. Every automaton fulfills the three basic requirements. Every automaton consists of some essential features as in real computers. It has a mechanism of reading input, and the input is assumed to be a sequence of symbols over a given alphabet and is placed on the input tape or written onto the input file. The simpler automata can only read the input one symbol at a time from left to right, but not change. Powerful versions can both read and change the input from left to right or from right to left. The automaton can produce output of some forms. If the automata is response to an input string is binary, then it is an acceptor. If it produces the output sequence in response to an input sequence, then it is a transducer. The automaton may have temporary storage consisting of unlimited number of cells, each capable of holding a symbol from an alphabet. The automaton can both read and change the content of the storage cells in the temporary storage. The accusing capability of these storage varies depending on the type of the storage. The most important feature of the automaton is its control unit, which can be in any one of the finite number of interval states at any point. It can change state in some defined manner determined by the transition function. Transition function. Theory of automata. Theory of automata is a theoretical branch of computer science and mathematical. It is the study of abstract machines and computation problems that can be solved using these machines. The abstract machines is called automata, and automaton with finite number of states is called finite automaton. This is about this session. Thank you.